welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mary. An extra warm welcome to you. Grab a snack, stay for a while, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So today is another monochromatic eye look video. For today, we are going to do the color orange. Yay! Now, I don't have like a rainbow palette or a palette that has mainly all oranges, so I do have to dip into two eyeshadow palettes. 3503 Fierce by Nature by Morphe, and I will mostly be focusing on these right here. This one and that orange shimmer shade. I will also be dipping into the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, and the main reason is for this beautiful orange shimmer shade right there. Also, I'll probably use one of the brown warm tones in here just because it's more of like a warm tone brown where I can maybe deepen up the outer corner. But yeah, those are the two eyeshadow palettes I'll be using today. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm actually creating on my eye, but why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright guys, as you can see, today we are doing just the one eye, so you pretty much already know what the eye is going to look like. So let me bring you in closer. First brush I went into is the Sigma E38. That's what she looks like. I already primed my eyes, and for today I used the Revolution primer. First color I'm going to dip into is going to be this like orangey, like neon orange color. I'll put it on the screen somewhere, and I'm actually going to start on the crease. Same as always, I do not set my eyes once I set down my primer. I don't like to. I like my base to be a little tacky. And with this, I'm going to create a little bit of a cat eye shape. As you can see, I attempted to do orange eyebrows, but don't worry, I'm going to fix those before I'm done. Right. Next, I am going to use an Alamar Cosmetics brush. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to dip into the lightest salmon color in the 3503 Morphe eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to use this to diffuse that harsh line at the top and pretty much bring it all the way up to my brow bone and my eyebrow. This isn't like a true orange eye look. It's more of a like orange with salmon and neon. Like it's not a true orange, but it's pretty close. Right, I'm going to go back into that neon orange and just make that crease color a little more pigmented. We are going to cut the crease, so it doesn't matter if you get anything on the lid. Alright, next brush I'm jumping into is the Laura Lee Los Angeles L18, and it's a fluffy like flat brush. I'm going to dip into the most orange color in the 3503 palette, and this is going to go right in this outer corner. I just want to deepen this outer corner before I cut the crease. It's a very pretty orange. I wish the camera would show exactly what I'm seeing, but it is not. It's just so pretty. Alright, once that color is laid down, now I'm going to go in to my Sigma E34, and this is like a little smudge brush. I'm going to use this in the outer corner, and now I'm actually going to dip into the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, and I'm going to dip into that very warm brown. Don't don't worry, I'll put it up here somewhere. And I'm going to use this to darken up the outer corner just a tiny bit. I was going to use black. This is my second time attempting this eye look. Well, an orange eye look, because I went into this not knowing what I was going to create. And the first time I attempted an orange eye look, I had to start from scratch. I took it off and started again because I was not liking where I was going. But that's just how it goes, you know? I know it looks a mess right now. Don't worry, guys. We are going to make it work. That's right. All right, now we're going to cut the crease. I did clean the lid just a tiny bit. And today, as I was watching Robert Welsh, as you guys know, he's one of the makeup artist YouTubers that I watch and I absolutely love. He apparently says that you should not cut your crease with concealer. I was going to use my Morphe white concealer, but since he said that, I told myself, okay, you know what? Let me try it out. Let me see if I can cut my crease with an eye primer, which makes sense because you're not supposed to really use concealer on your eye, so why would you cut your crease with a concealer, right? Right. All right, so I'm going to use my Revolution eye primer. This is one he suggested that he was using. All right, I'm using a L'Oreal Los Angeles L17. It's a cut crease brush, and see how it's like. It's already used. Well, I cleaned it, but yeah. I got my eye primer in the back of my hand, and let's cut this crease, shall we? The only thing I don't like about using this eye primer is that this eye primer is actually very liquidy. So this side was a little hard to cut my crease. It's not as easy as when you use your concealer. So the way I cut my crease is I keep my eye open and I look right at where the crease of my eye is, which is right here, and then I go a little bit higher, and that's where I cut my crease. I always have a harder time doing it on one eye than the other. And for some reason, this eye seems to be going a lot smoother than this one. Which is, it could be because I cleaned my eyelid first. I did not clean my eyelid first for this eye. I just want to show you guys something real quick. This is probably the last time I'll be using primer for cutting my crease. Look at what's happening, and the same thing happened on this eye. Like, see how it's like breaking up? I mean, the shimmer shadow laid down okay on this side, but like, it looks so wrong. Right? Well, now I'm going to dip into the 3503 palette, and I'm going to dip into that True Orange shimmer shade. And this is the shade I am going to use in the inner portion of my eye, right in here. I just hope that primer isn't too messed up where this is not going to lay down right, because then I'm gonna be pissed off. It just didn't look right guys? It just looked so ugly. I don't think I'll be using that Revolution eye primer for cutting my crease anymore. It doesn't work. It doesn't. At least, I don't think it does. Alright, now I'm going to dip into the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm going to use that bright light orange color right here at the end to blend everything together. Alright, now we're going to move into the lower lash line, and I'm just using an e.l.f. blending brush That's what it looks like. And I'm dipping into the two lightest shades of like salmon color in the 3503 Morphe eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to use these to go over my whole lower lash line. And we'll do the liner at the end. Right, then I'm going to use a Moda Pro. This is the BMX 420, and I'm going to dip into that neon orange and that salmon neon orange in the 3503 palette. And this is just to darken up my lower lash line just a tiny bit, but I'm going to keep it close to the lash line. All right, once I have that, then I'm going to use the Alamar Cosmetics brush with whatever is left over on it and just kind of diffuse the bottom and just kind of soften the edges up, you know? If you ever feel like you went too low, you can always get your concealer brush and just kind of clean it up a little bit, and it'll fix the problem for you. All right, now comes that little liner thing. I'm going to use the ColourPop liquid liner in white. The only thing I hate about this is that it gets so dirty. Do you see that? See how dirty it is? I'm going to attempt to do this on camera. If I cannot, then I will hop off. The other side was definitely hard. I did have to go over it like 5 times. Right, I'm going to clean it up off camera real quick and I'll be right back. All right, that's about as close as I'm going to get them from being even. Now I am going to do my waterline white. This is the NYX eyeliner in pure white. It's a pencil eyeliner, so you can sharpen this. And I'm doing the white waterline first because for some reason I just really enjoy how it looks when I do like a little flick on my lower lash line, and it kind of acts like this flick line is just following my waterline. I don't know, I really like it. Going to use that same pencil, and I usually that's how I clean it off, you know? Alright. Wish me luck. Do the same on this side. I think it looks more round on this side than this side. Or like it's not as long. If you hear background noise, that is my child. She loves to make the most noise when mommy is recording. All right, let me get some mascara on and eyelashes and I'll be right back. All right guys, and this is the final look. I went ahead and used my bold-faced lashes. This is in After Hours. I love their lashes. This is a great company. Great lashes for affordable prices. For the lips, I went in with an LA Girl Neon Lip Liner. And this is in the shade Outrage. When I purchased this, I actually thought it was an eyeliner, so I have used it as an eyeliner, but it's a lip liner. And I'm glad that I have this because I feel like it goes perfect with the eye look. I kind of fixed up my eyebrows. I hope they don't look too bad. I did also use some of the two lightest salmon colors in 3503 palette for my blush, and I did bring it up around and up to here. I also used that orange shimmer shadow from the 3503 palette as a little bit of highlight. Oh, I only used it like right here, nose, and then a little bit at the top, just to like, in case you do want to go out with this look. I still think it's, I mean, even though it's a very out there look, it's still a wearable look versus going to costumey. Let me bring you in closer so you can see everything up close, and we'll be done with this video. All right, here it is. What do you guys think? Let me know. I had so much fun doing this eye look. It definitely brought me out of my comfort zone. It was a rough start. It really was. Just the fact that I had to totally scratch the first look that I started, that just kind of proves that this was a challenge for me, which I'm very glad it was. You know, I just feel that in order for me to grow as a makeup artist, I really need to challenge myself, and creating a look with just like one specific or different shade range of that specific color is a little hard. And the only reason I say that is because you truly do have to think outside of the box, because you just don't use your typical colors. You have to think about dimension and shadows, and instead of using like white or black like you normally would, you have to use different hues of that specific color that you're using to get that same effect, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But yes, I had so much fun, and I definitely do love the look that I created. I definitely feel is a very like avant-garde fancy look. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are loving this series, which, like I said, in the green monochromatic look, it was inspired by Makemeupmissa, one of my favorite beauty YouTubers. I love her. She always does such beautiful, bold, and out there looks that it really inspires me to go outside of my box and try to use my imagination and just create something colorful and beautiful and bold and just out there, you know? So I thank her again for this inspiration. I will link her channel down below if you want to check her out. Yeah, she inspired this little series, and I'm super excited to keep going. So why don't you guys stay tuned to see what color is next. I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. It would really help me out in the algorithm, and I mean, if you love this eye look, you might as well hit the like button. Also, if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell right after you do. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!